The hum of the starship Aurora filled the narrow corridors, a steady reminder of life far from Earth. Captain Elias Ward moved with careful precision, his eyes scanning the flickering lights above. Every panel, every gauge mattered. Out here in the silent void of space, even a small mistake could cost lives. Elias had flown across countless star systems, but none had prepared him for this mission. The Aurora had been dispatched to the fringe of the Veyron cluster, a region of space so dangerous that most explorers refused to venture near it. The reports were fragmented, strange energy readings, occasional transmissions in languages no one could identify, and unconfirmed sightings of massive structures orbiting dead stars. Scientists called it the silent frontier, but Elias liked to think of it as the edge of human courage. He checked the crew manifest. Lieutenant Mara Chen, the ship's engineer, was already deep in the engine room. Her face was smudged with grease, but her eyes were sharp, alive with the kind of curiosity that made her perfect for this mission. Dr. Rohan Patel, the biologist, was cataloging samples from previous planets. And then there was Nico, the young communications officer who had a knack for detecting patterns in noise that others considered random. The mission was simple, at least on paper: investigate the energy signals and report anything unusual. Yet, Elias knew better. Nothing out here was ever simple. As the ship approached the outer rim of the cluster, the view screen flickered. Colors danced in ways Elias had never seen. Blues and purples swirled with bursts of silver light. He felt a strange pull, almost like the universe itself was trying to speak. "Captain," Nico's voice crackled over the intercom, "the signals are intensifying. They're coherent now, almost like they're calling to us. Not random at all. I want eyes on whatever is causing this. Stay sharp, everyone, we don't know what's out there." Massive structures floated among the stars, towering spires of metal and crystal, their surfaces glowing with the same colors as the energy storm. They were alive with light, but they weren't moving like ships. They seemed ancient. Dr. Patel leaned closer to the screen. "These structures, they resemble something biological, but scaled up 1,000,000 times. Like living architecture." The lights outside seemed to reach into the ship, almost like fingers brushing against metal. Sensors went haywire, readings spiking and dropping unpredictably. Nico's eyes widened. "I've never seen anything like this," he whispered. "It's like the signals are adjusting, reacting to us." Mara ran to the control panel. "The engines are fluctuating. We can't hold course." The Aurora floated silently, the storm now calm around them. Elias exhaled. "Status report. Larger than anything in our galaxy, maybe beyond comprehension. We need to understand it, not panic." It wasn't in words, but in shapes, colors, and rhythms projected onto the view screen. It formed an image of a planet marked with points that pulsed like stars. One point glowed brighter than the rest, Earth. Dr. Patel gasped. They know about us." A new object had emerged from the energy storm, a massive vessel unlike anything in human history. It hovered silently, its surface reflecting the colors of the storm. It was both terrifying and beautiful, a monument to intelligence that dwarfed their own technology. Myra whispered, "It's alive, isn't it?" "We are seeing the edge of human understanding," he said finally. "And we are not alone. Whatever is out there, it recognizes us." Humanoid in shape, but taller, with glowing skin that shifted colors like the storm outside. Its eyes, if they could be called that, shone with intelligence beyond measure. Elias stepped forward. "This is Captain Elias Ward of the human ship Aurora. We come in peace. Human, we have awaited you. The knowledge of your kind has reached us. You are ready." Then a single image remained, a small device glowing with a soft white light. "This is the key to understanding," the figure said. "But to receive it, you must prove the worth of your kind. Only those who embrace courage, curiosity, and unity may proceed." "We will do whatever it takes," he said, though uncertainty gnawed at his confidence. The figure nodded, slowly withdrawing into the light. The hatch closed, and the energy storm began to dissipate. The Aurora floated in silence, the stars beyond the storm now clear and sharp. Mara broke the silence. "Captain, did it just test us?" Humanity had always been small, fragile, and unpredictable, yet here they were at the edge of the galaxy, recognized by beings whose power dwarfed their own. He looked at his crew, their faces illuminated by the soft glow of the console lights. "We are human," he said firmly. "We face the unknown with courage. And we will rise to meet it." And for the first time, the universe seemed to recognize it. The Aurora drifted through the calm after the storm, the alien vessel now gone, leaving only the memory of its glowing presence. Yet the sense of expectation remained heavy in the command deck. The holographic image of the mysterious device lingered in Elia's mind. It was small, almost delicate, but the energy it radiated suggested power beyond human understanding. "Captain," Mara said, breaking the silence, "we need a plan. We can't just drift here hoping for the next signal. If this is a test, we should prepare for it. Anything that can give us a clue about how this test works." "Are you saying the test itself can respond to our actions?" Mara reviewed the ship's systems, ensuring everything could handle unexpected energy fluctuations. Dr. Patel examined the biological data from the structures outside the storm, hoping to find any clue about the alien species, logic. Nico worked with Elias to interpret the transmission patterns, trying to anticipate the first real test. Hours passed, and the quiet tension in the Aurora was broken only by the soft hum of the engines and the occasional beep of a sensor. Then, without warning, the ship shuddered, and the lights flickered. The viewscreen erupted in a new projection. The alien device appeared, floating in space, but this time it was accompanied by smaller holographic shapes, floating geometric forms, moving with purpose. The shapes shifted and combined to form a maze-like structure with glowing pathways connecting points of light. Elias stared, understanding dawning. "It's a puzzle," he said, "a spatial challenge. And it's testing our reasoning and coordination. If we take the wrong path, the structure changes. It's adaptive, like it's watching how we think." Patel, focus on pattern sequences and predicting reactions. Nico, you coordinate the data and communicate adjustments. I'll oversee and make the final decisions. Let's prove what humans can do. Paths shifted unpredictably, glowing points disappeared, and some sequences reset entirely. But the human crew adapted, adjusting quickly, sharing observations and combining insights. Mara's voice rang through the deck. "If we treat each shape as a node with connections, we can calculate multiple sequences at once. It's like parallel processing in the human mind. I've never seen a computational system like this. The device, it's teaching us its own rules as we try to solve it." Yet every time they learned something, the device responded, becoming more intricate. Elias realized the truth. This isn't just a test of knowledge or logic, it's a test of perseverance. The device wants to see if humans keep going when the challenge grows harder. That's our advantage. The shapes froze, and the entire holographic maze retracted into the central device. The lights dimmed, leaving only the small glowing object floating in space outside the ship. A voice resonated in their minds again. "You have shown courage, ingenuity, and unity. You have adapted when challenged. You have proven the strength of your kind." Dr. Patel examined the fragment. "It's incredible. The material, the energy, it's unlike anything we've seen. It's almost alive, resonating with the ship's systems. We adapted. That's what it means to be human. The device, it's guiding us. And with power comes responsibility." They had faced something beyond comprehension and not only survived, they had succeeded. But the journey was only beginning. The universe was vast, and humans were small, yet capable of extraordinary feats. The crew's unity and courage had proven themselves against an intelligence far beyond their own. Yet Elias knew this was the first of many tests. Whatever lay ahead would challenge them in ways they could not yet imagine. And still, for the first time in a long while, he felt certain of one thing: humans could rise to meet anything. Their ingenuity, their bravery, and their spirit would carry them through the unknown, shaping their destiny among the stars. The Aurora moved steadily toward the next challenge, its crew ready, their hearts full of determination. Humanity had already shown it could face the impossible, and now it was time to reach further than ever before. The Aurora sailed through the void, following the glowing star on the device's map. Unlike the familiar constellations of the Milky Way, this route led through uncharted territories where no human ship had ever traveled. Space stretched endlessly, a vast canvas of black dotted with points of light that seemed to whisper of worlds yet to be discovered. Elias paced the command deck, feeling the weight of responsibility. Each pulse of the device reminded him that their journey was far from ordinary. "Keep scanning for any anomalies," he ordered. "We can't assume this path is safe just because the device guides us. It's subtle, but enough to affect navigation if we aren't careful." "I've been thinking about what the device said. It's not just testing our intellect or skill, it's testing our humanity. Curiosity, courage, unity, everything that defines us. And it's making us demonstrate it in real situations. A ripple in the starfield stretched like a wave frozen in time, bending light and distorting the view of distant galaxies. The ship's instruments screamed warnings. Mara's fingers flew over the controls, stabilizing the engines as the Aurora shuddered. "What is that?" Nico asked, awe and fear mingling in his voice. "I've never seen anything like it," Mara replied. "It's not a gravitational wave exactly. It's more like the fabric of space is being stretched and folded around something. Whatever's ahead is huge." Shapes appeared and disappeared in the rippling void, impossible geometries defying every law of physics known to them. It was mesmerizing, terrifying, and beautiful all at once. Dr. Patel studied the readings. "It's almost alive. The fluctuations aren't random. They respond to our presence. It's like the universe itself is testing our understanding. The device, it's resonating with the anomaly. Whatever it is, it wants us to interact with it, to observe and respond. Maybe this is the next part of the test. That's how humans thrive where others fail." Mara's voice trembled slightly. "It's enormous, bigger than any space station, bigger than a planet, and it's alive somehow. I can feel the energy from it. We're not just observers, we're participants. Let's see what it wants from us." "But what does it mean? Do we go?" Walls of translucent crystal twisted into impossible shapes, corridors bending at angles that defied gravity. Light danced along the surfaces in intricate patterns, forming symbols that pulsed in rhythm with the device aboard the ship. Mara stepped forward, her eyes reflecting the shifting colors. "It's more than a structure. It's a living puzzle. We have to understand it as we move through it. Remember, humans survive because we learn and adapt faster than anything else. Only careful observation and understanding allowed them to progress. Hours passed. Exhaustion threatened to cloud their judgment, but the crew relied on one another. Mara's engineering insight helped interpret the structure's energy flows. Patel's biological knowledge gave clues about the living patterns embedded in the crystal. Nico coordinated the team, predicting shifts before they occurred. Ilias led with calm authority, uniting their strengths. Finally, they reached a vast chamber at the heart of the crystalline formation. At its center hovered a sphere of pure light, pulsating in time with the device aboard the ship. It radiated energy that was both powerful and gentle, filling the chamber with warmth and clarity. The crew approached cautiously. The sphere responded to their presence, expanding and contracting as if breathing. Symbols appeared around it, forming a language of light. This time the message was clearer, though still not in human words. "Your courage, your unity, your ingenuity, these are the essence of your kind. Face the unknown without fear. Accept knowledge with responsibility." It's teaching us about ourselves, about humanity. The crew felt it too, a subtle understanding that knowledge was not just something to possess, but something to respect. Then the sphere shifted, projecting a new set of images: stars, planets, and energy currents across multiple galaxies. Paths formed between them, and at the center of one cluster, another glowing point beckoned, this one larger and more intense than any they had followed before. Nico whispered, "It's guiding us again, but it's also a warning. The energy here is stronger, more complex. The next challenge will be harder. We've come this far. The impossible is just the beginning." Outside, the stars were still vast and silent, yet the crew felt a new confidence. Humanity had faced the unknown, interpreted the alien intelligence, and succeeded. Ilias looked at the crew. "This is what it means to be human: courage in the face of uncertainty, unity when the path is unclear, and the ability to learn and adapt beyond any expectation. Remember this because the universe is full of challenges, and humans, we are ready for them all." Whatever awaited them, they knew this. The strength of humanity was not in technology alone, but in their spirit, their teamwork, and their relentless determination. And far ahead, where no human had ever gone, the universe waited, ready to reveal its secrets to those bold enough to seek them. The Aurora moved through the void, guided by the glowing star that now seemed almost alive, pulsing with anticipation. The crew had faced the crystalline structure and passed its test, but Ilias knew the universe offered no easy victories. The alien device had shown them that knowledge came with responsibility and challenge, and the next trial would be unlike anything they had encountered before. "Captain," Nico said, his voice tense, "the path ahead is unusual. There's a dense field of energy currents intersecting, Our instruments are struggling to map it accurately. It's as if space itself is tangled. We stay alert, we communicate, and we rely on each other. That's how we survive where others fail. Myra's hands flew over the controls. Engines are holding, but the currents are adapting to our motion. It's like they're alive, learning from us. Watch each other's moves, anticipate consequences, and stay calm. Suddenly, the currents coalesced into a massive vortex, stretching across space like a living storm. The ship's instruments screamed warnings, but Elias held his position. "This is it," he said, "the heart of the challenge. Stay focused. We're not just navigating energy anymore. We're approaching an entire ecosystem designed to test us. One mistake could be catastrophic." Below, the surface was covered with dense forests of crystalline flora, rivers of glowing liquid, and massive formations of rock suspended above the ground. The planet seemed alive, its energy reacting to the ship's presence. Nico scanned the signals. "The device is pointing us toward a specific location on the surface. It's subtle but clear. We're meant to land there. Landing will be risky. The energy fields around the surface are volatile. One misstep and we could lose the ship." Crystalline trees bent as the ship passed, their light reflecting off the hull. The ground approached rapidly, and finally the ship touched down on a plateau of glowing stone. Outside, the atmosphere was breathable, but charged with energy that made the hair on the crew's arms stand on end. Mara activated the portable sensors. "Captain, the readings are incredible. This planet's energy is organized, intelligent. It reacts to our presence, but not aggressively. Now we're being tested by a living world. Humans succeed because we rise to each challenge. It's not just alive, it's interactive. The patterns change based on our movements and decisions. It's teaching, testing, and guiding at the same time. Captain, the device is synchronizing with the planet. It's as if it's giving us a choice. Every path we take here will affect what we can learn. We have to think carefully. We learn, we adapt, and we grow stronger together." Some pathways led to dead ends, triggering flashes of energy that warned them to reconsider. Others led to insights, patterns that revealed how the planet and the device communicated together. Dr. Patel's voice broke the silence. "Captain, I think I understand it. The planet is teaching us responsibility. Every choice affects the balance. We can't just rush, we must act thoughtfully." The device's voice resonated in their minds. "You have faced uncertainty, adapted, and acted with unity and courage. You have learned the value of thought, patience, and responsibility. These qualities define your kind. That is how we survive and how we thrive." They understood the responsibility that came with this knowledge. It was not a gift to wield lightly, but a tool to use wisely. Nico whispered, "It's incredible. The device is teaching us wisdom as much as skill. Then we take this wisdom and we rise. Humans are capable of anything when we act with courage and unity. Not just to explore, but to understand, to adapt, and to lead with responsibility." Elias looked at his team, pride swelling in his chest. "We've learned, we've adapted, and we've succeeded. Whatever comes next, humans will rise to meet it, because we are human, and that is our greatest strength." The crew watched in awe as its crystalline forest shimmered, a silent testament to the trial they had passed. Out in the endless darkness, the glowing star led them onward, and the universe waited to see how humanity would continue to rise, explore, and learn. And as the aurora accelerated toward the next challenge, one thing was certain. Humans were small, fragile, and mortal, but their courage, ingenuity, and unity made them extraordinary. The device had seen it. The planet had seen it. And now the universe itself would witness it. The aurora glided through the star-streaked void, the glowing star on the device's map pulsing steadily ahead. Every crew member felt the weight of anticipation. They had faced impossible structures, a living planet, and tests designed to measure not just skill, but the essence of what it meant to be human. Yet the device had promised another challenge, a final trial that would reveal the ultimate potential of their kind. Elias stood on the command deck, looking at his crew. "This is it," he said, his voice calm but firm. "We've proven courage, ingenuity, and unity. Now we must show wisdom and resolve. Humans thrive when we face the unknown together." The device is resonating even more strongly now. It's almost as if it's aware of our anticipation. It's testing how we respond under pressure. Then we proceed together. It was immense, stretching beyond the scope of the Aurora's sensors. Its surface shimmered with a living light, constantly shifting patterns, reflecting intelligence and awareness. Unlike anything else they had encountered, it radiated a sense of authority and purpose. Mara whispered, "It's enormous, and it's alive. If this is a test, it will measure everything we are, physically, mentally, and morally." Pulses of energy flowed along its surface, forming symbols and shapes that shifted constantly. The device aboard the ship began to resonate in harmony with the structure, and for the first time the crew understood that the alien tests were not separate. They were connected, a single sequence guiding humanity toward this ultimate moment. Nico scanned the readings. The structure is testing our perception and decision-making. It's forming multiple pathways and outcomes simultaneously. Every action we take affects the results, and it's measuring our response. Then we move with caution and together. Humans thrive because we work as a unit, and we can think beyond immediate challenges. Remember, this is not just about survival, it's about understanding and growth. The aurora passed into the structure's surface, which rippled around them like liquid light. Inside, the corridors were enormous, twisting, and infinite, stretching in directions that defied human understanding. Yet the device guided them, illuminating pathways that hinted at patterns and logic hidden within the living maze. Hours passed as the crew navigated the shifting corridors. Every decision, every step caused the structure to react, sometimes opening new pathways, sometimes closing others. The challenge was not physical, it was mental and moral. The structure tested how they worked together, how they prioritized decisions, and how they understood consequences. Dr. Patel paused, studying the energy flows. It's testing our ethics as well. Some paths lead to shortcuts, but the outcomes could harm potential life forms or destabilize sections of the structure. We have to choose the responsible way, even if it's harder. Humans thrive because we balance courage, creativity, and responsibility. We've faced the impossible and chosen the right path. Now we continue and we rise. Its energy was so intense it seemed to ripple the very air. The device's voice resonated in their minds. You have demonstrated courage, ingenuity, and unity. You have acted with wisdom and responsibility. You have shown the essence of humanity. Now, the final choice awaits. One path promised knowledge and power, but at the cost of disregarding life and ethics. The second offered immediate safety, but limited growth and understanding. The third was uncertain, demanding courage, teamwork, and sacrifice with no guaranteed reward, but it aligned with the principles of humanity, unity, respect, and adaptability. Elias studied the options. This is the ultimate test. Humans succeed not because we take the easy path, not because we pursue power recklessly, but because we rise to challenges with courage, wisdom, and respect for life. We take the third path. This path is the right one. The structure itself seemed to guide them forward, recognizing their unity and judgment. They traveled through the path, encountering sequences that required their collaboration and insight. Energy puzzles demanded observation and adaptation. Moral choices were presented as simulations, testing whether the crew would prioritize short-term gain or long-term understanding. Every challenge reinforced what they had learned: courage, unity, ingenuity, and responsibility. Finally, they arrived at the heart of the structure, a massive chamber where the sphere of energy expanded into a network of glowing lines connecting to countless stars. The alien device levitated within the sphere, pulsing in rhythm with the structure. The device spoke. You have completed the trials. You have proven the strength of your kind. Courage, ingenuity, unity, responsibility, these define humanity. You are ready to carry knowledge and wisdom to the stars. Use it wisely. Rise and let your spirit shine. Knowledge of the universe, of physics, energy, and civilizations flowed into the crew's minds, not in overwhelming detail, but as understanding, insight, and inspiration. Dr. Patel's eyes shone with wonder. This is incredible. It's not just technology, it's wisdom. It's teaching us how to think, to understand, to grow. That's the greatest recognition we could receive. Not our technology alone, but our spirit, our unity, our courage, and our judgment. Humanity has proven itself worthy, but the universe is vast. We will face new challenges, and we will rise together. They had faced tests that measured every aspect of humanity, and they had succeeded, not through technology alone, but through spirit, courage, unity, and wisdom. As they traveled toward new stars and unknown worlds, Elias reflected on everything they had learned. Humans were small in the vast cosmos, fragile and fleeting, yet capable of extraordinary feats. Their creativity, resilience, and compassion set them apart. The alien device, the crystalline structures, the living planet, and the trials they had faced were not just challenges. They were recognition. The universe had seen what humans could do, and it had granted them the trust to carry knowledge, wisdom, and responsibility into the cosmos. Elias looked at his crew, each one a testament to humanity's strength. We've shown what it means to be human. Now the universe will see it too. Let's rise to meet everything that awaits us and show that humans are not just survivors. They are pioneers, explorers, and guides. Ahead lay unknown galaxies, uncharted planets, and infinite possibilities. And humanity, small but extraordinary, would rise to every challenge, illuminating the universe with courage, unity, and brilliance.